YouTube, Instagram. Today's a good day to learn some branding. I'm gonna teach you guys a little simple branding strategy that I know will help you get your messaging to land. So, if you have been working on an offer, if you've been creating something new and you've been cooking something up, you need to pay attention. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. I want to break down this simple brand strategy, just three simple things to walk through, and I want you to reflect and see where are you in this tier. Okay, so we're gonna get started here shortly. Let me check. If you're tuning in, drop a high. Give me an emoji. All right, give me a heart. And also, if you're building something, drop your offer or your brand statement or how do you introduce yourself. Drop that in the comments. So I want to make sure you sound good and look good as well too. Okay. Okay. So these three are tiers that our customers typically take, and this is how they usually interact with your brand. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down. What we have here on our first tier is authenticity, all right, or your personality, your purpose, basically the mission behind your business. So, how authentic are you? What's your character like? And then we drop down to the second one, which is your story. This is storytelling. Okay. This is where you talk about your target audience. You talk about their problems, their pain points. What are some of the frustrations that you can call out? Okay. Let me go back up to this one. This is your personality. All right. The top bar is a personality, and this top one, which is your authenticity, is fairly hard to get to. And I get to that in a moment here. And this last one, your transaction, this is your service. What is it that you do? And this is the offer. Okay. A lot of times, entrepreneurs and business owners, we get stuck right here. Okay. For those of you who are just tuning in, um, I am showing this pyramid tier of where most entrepreneurs and business owners stay at. Okay. If you're building a service based business, I want you to look where are you? A lot of times we get stuck, us business owners, we get stuck right here. I want to show this first before I show you how customers interact with your brand. Okay. And the reason why we get stuck here is because it's really easy to build a service and an offer. This is kind of like a to-do list, a checklist. It's really easy to do, but it's hard for a lot of entrepreneurs to move up to storytelling and then move up to being authentic, building a personal brand. It's hard for these two because you're going to have to do a lot of storytelling. You're going to have to share some of your vulnerabilities, insecurities to relate to people. And that's why a lot of us don't have these two ready. Okay. Now, why is this important? I want you to reflect. Are you in transaction mode right now in your brand, your business? Are you storytelling? Do you have that part? And also, are you authentic? Do you have a personality, a brand personality? Okay. Because this is how customers operate, right? So, you know how us business owners, we jump straight to the transaction, which is our services and our offer. Customers, they don't do that. They actually go the opposite. Okay. What they do is they go first to check you out, basically on your social media. Are you a legit person that I can trust, that I want to invest in, that I want to put money into? Once they learn that, okay, Bert is a cool person, I like the way he teaches, then they're going to go and see more if I can relate to them. They're going to listen and see if I understand them. Okay, storytelling is where you talk about your target audience, you talk about their problems, and you also share a little bit in pieces about yourself. And eventually they're like, you know what? I like Bert and I resonate with him. He understands my pain points. So I want to buy from him. Then that's when they discover my services and my offer. Okay. Now I'm going to pause it for a second and reiterate what we just learned. This is how customers are interacting with your brand. Okay. customers equals brand. This is how they interact. They don't go straight to your transaction. That's where a lot of us entrepreneurs are mistaken. They go through this ladder. They first want to see you're authentic, who you are on social media. They want to know if you relate to them, if you speak to them, and then they buy from you. And then eventually, if you do this enough times, this is what happens. They will now buy from you organically. This is called organic leads. But in order for this to happen, you must already have your storytelling set in place and your authenticity, which is brand personality, set in place. Okay, so I want you to think of this as your social media presence and this as your business presence. Okay, again, a lot of times we jump here. Now, I'm gonna share this one thing. All of these have one thing in common: marketing, ads, deliverables, business cards, letterheads, websites, landing pages, that all fall under transaction. That doesn't really fall under storytelling and authenticity. But what to do for all three of these, what they have in common is this: brand messaging. Okay? Brand message. What is your brand message? Okay? If you do not have a brand message, then you're going to get stuck right here. In order for you to have good storytelling and your own personality, you need to have good brand messaging. What is brand messaging? These are words and languages that you use every single day, but they also have to make sense. It can't be any words. It has to be intentional. It has to make sense to your people and yourself. Okay. If you made it this far, I want you to drop a heart, a comment. What are you working on right now? And also, what do you currently sound like? Where are you on this tier? And if you're watching this replay to learn how to build a brand, how customers interact with you, drop down which tier of these you're at. Okay. Now I want to go and talk about brand messaging. How do you build brand messaging, and how do we convert that into offers? Okay. Offers, right? This is where a lot of entrepreneurs spend a lot of money on, which is offers. How do you create an offer and how do you sell an offer? Okay, so let me go ahead and clear this board here. All right, we're talking about offers and brand messaging. Okay. Offers, brand messaging. I'm going to bring this back to why brand messaging is important, but let's talk about offers first. A lot of people, entrepreneurs and business owners, when they join, they mistaken offers with promo. Okay. They mistaken offers with promotion. And that is very tricky and very common. But I want to break down what is an offer. An offer is basically a vehicle or a road that gets your clients to the transformation. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. The offer is the vehicle that takes them to the transformation. Okay. So the offer is a vehicle that takes them to the transformation. Okay. So what does that mean? I'll give you an example here. Let's just say that one of my core members, her business was sales tax professional. She's a sales tax professional. Okay. Sales tax professional. So how would she create an offer? Before we create an offer, we also have to understand who our target audiences are, meaning what are some of the emotions and frustrations that they feel? And I know that a lot of you here may not have a target audience, but if you do, what are some emotions that they feel? Okay. So for tax professionals here, let's just say some of the emotions that they feel are let's do management. Okay. Let's do management. And then let's do overwhelm. Okay, management and overwhelm. These are the pain points. Meaning our customers, they feel like they have to manage too many things and they feel overwhelmed every single time they do their sales tax. Okay, so these two are the problems. So now that we know that these are the problems, one, two, let's get into the cool stuff, which is the brand messaging and then the offer. Now I can say this, okay? Remember, the offer is the vehicle that takes into the transformation. So what I can say is we offer a 6-week program. Bam, bam. Okay. Grab a different marker here. Right? This is the offer. 6-week program. That is the offer. Okay, guys? Right? So you can maximize your cash flow. Let us help with your tax management. Bam. Using the word management, bringing it down here, right here. Okay. So I just briefly made this up quickly to show you guys an example here. Okay. So let me kind of rewind this back a little bit. Okay. What is an offer? An offer is a vehicle that takes that customer to the transformation. Let's say that you are a sales tax professional and you understand that your customers' pain points are overwhelming in management, meaning they have a management problem and they constantly feel overwhelmed. So our offer now is a 6-week program. So how do we do it in a brand messaging? Is we say it like this. We offer a 6-week program so you can maximize your cash flow. Let us help you with tax management. Okay. Or we can say something like, we offer a 6-week program so you are not constantly overwhelmed about cash flow management. Bam, just like that. The cool thing is once you understand your brand messaging, you can replace management with overwhelm. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. We offer a 6-week program so you can maximize your cash flow without feeling overwhelmed. Bam. Okay. Now, let me see. Okay, I have room down here. I want to bring the promo. How do we now bring the promo to your offer? The offer and promo are like brother and sisters, they go hand in hand. Okay, so the promo is when you can now give discounts. Okay, so let's say this is our offer, and now our promo is this: early birds get 10% off. Oop. Okay. Or it could be like first session free. Okay. So the promo supports your offer. You're supposed to engage your audience with the offer, and then the promo entices them. Okay. Now I can say early birds get 10% off. So if I was to read the whole message together, I can say something like, We offer a 6-week program so you can maximize your cash flow. Let us help you with your tax management. Or we offer a 6-week program so you can maximize your cash flow without feeling overwhelmed. Early birds get 10% off. Okay, that is how you use it hand in hand. All right, so let me share this one thing. Okay, I'm gonna show you this graph, and this is really, really gonna help you understand how to high levelly leverage your brand messaging, okay, to write good offers, and then you can use money into ads and marketing tools. Okay, so all of the things that I just mentioned, the pyramid, the tiers, the offer, the programming, the promo codes or the promo offerings, they all have something in common, which is brand messaging. Okay, when you do brand messaging, you can then say your offer. You can then have an offer, 6-week program. And then from your 6-week program, then you can have a promo. Okay, 10% off, early birds. And then when you have this in place, then you go and purchase ads. Okay, ads, brand message, ads. And then from here, you go and post these onto your social media. You do it on social, you do it on websites, okay? And you also do it on landing pages if you have a landing page. And then if you work with an expert, you can do A/B testing, meaning you're just testing which messaging sounds good. And then you can also do target audience testing. Okay. There's a lot of learning. But here's the thing, I'm gonna say this a lot of times. A lot of entrepreneurs, as soon as they get an offer, okay, I don't want you to jump the gun just yet. They jump straight down here. Or not down there, but they jump straight right here. They jump here, offer here, offer here. I see that so many times. Okay, it's okay. You don't really need a promo, but they don't focus on this. So where are you at right now? If you're building something, are you selling too soon? Are you jumping to the ads too soon? Okay, being honest with yourself, do an honest reflection. What you gotta do, if you look at this flow chart, what do they have in common? What comes first? Brand messaging comes first. Without brand messaging, you cannot write an offer. Without an offer, you cannot come up with a promo. Without a promo, you cannot run ads. And without ads, you cannot A/B test, you cannot drive revenue. Okay? What does an ad require? It requires copy. What is copy? Brand messaging. It's basically wordings. What does copy, right? What does offer need? It needs copy, which is your messaging, which goes back to here. Okay, so I clearly drew out this roadmap of what comes first in order to succeed, in order to build a successful offer, is brand messaging, right? So now anybody can build brand messaging. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Google. But I want to share that I have my Beyond Logos programming happening on April 22nd, coming up soon here. And I want you to be in it so that you can build a powerful brand messaging. And I'll help you build an offer, a promo, give you a strategy on how to build ads, who to work with, how to get it working, and then what does it mean to A/B test on what platforms. Okay, this is the beginning. The Beyond Logos program, we help build your brand message first because I know if you do this part right, everything else will come neatly. Okay. If you're watching this replay, what have you been saying about your brand? Are you building an offer? What's your offer? And what are you saying about your brand? And what is that message? I want to help you tighten that up. Comment below. And I hope you enjoy that, because this is basically how customers treat your brand and how they visit your brand. So, where are you at in the pyramid? Okay. I'm going to draw the pyramid one more time. Let me create this really quick. The pyramid looks like this. This is your authenticity, story, and transaction. Lastly, this is your offer. This is your target audience and problem, basically your service. And this is your personality. Okay? So, where are you in this tier? This is how customers are treating you. If you're stuck here, you need to be inside my program so I can get you all the way up to this point. Okay? All right. Good night.